folks. Wonder Montage Survival here. This is episode 2 of the Botanic Park in Roller Coaster Tycoon, the open Roller Coaster Tycoon free open source patch. I guess it's OpenRCT2. And in this episode, we're going to actually end up building a couple of rides. And this one kind of took me a little while. I have a bit of a hard time doing all the beautification in like big sittings, so it kind of just took me a while to get this whole video like pieced together. I also like learned a lot in regards to how like audio with the desktop works into OBS and stuff with the Focusrite, this, that, and the other thing. So that was very fun. So I decided in this one I wanted to build a log flume. I wanted to build a car ride, and given the very sudden closure of Kingda Ka at Six Flags Great Adventure, which I will admit I never actually have ridden, but I decided I also wanted to build a roller coaster that was very much inspired by that Intamin style like launch coaster. So we'll also end up doing like one of those. What you'll notice for the log flume here that I ended up doing was I first built the sort of most important element as I saw it, which was this very large drop that I kind of wanted to emphasize over this cliff face. That was the first element that I started with, and then after that I started designing the rest of the ride. It's a trick that I learned from Brian Androzalik and learned watching his channel. I found that to be really useful when constructing, especially like roller coasters. If you go back and see how I built White Quail Bob, it's kind of the same process that I use, where I decided I wanted to first build like the small hill that goes over the path, and then I use that as like the section to build the rest of the ride. Like if you just drop the like the station somewhere, then you kind of end up having to work around wherever you've settled on your station location. But if you just build the primary element that you kind of have visualized in your head first, that becomes a lot easier to kind of build around. So that was the general idea on that one. We'll do that multiple times here over the course of this video. I'm adjusting myself. I'm sorry if the mic did funky things. Yeah, so I actually at first, like I always am really weird when I first lay out a ride, and I'm like, oh, I don't know if I like it. I don't think I enjoy the shape of this or how it looks, yada yada. But I kind of was that way about the design of the log flume, but I ended up really enjoying the way that it looks at the end. You'll also have noticed that I redid the Q line. I also kind of come over here and I just start laying out this fountain, or like a large, kind of like a reflecting pool or something. We're probably going to end up having a small river that kind of comes into it a little further down the line. Either a river or like some sort of little water source. I just kind of felt like having a little bit of water right when you walk in would feel kind of refreshing and kind of help break up the movement of guests, kind of give you an area to reflect on which way you wanted to go into the park. Did you want to go ride the wooden coaster? Do you want to go ride uh, the log flume? I'll probably end up sticking like a carousel kind of over in that area or something. Um, but I just kind of wanted to have that little shaped out in the event that just yeah, so I knew that it was there. Um, so yeah, this is just a little bit of beautification, just kind of touching up on this area outside the log flume, and we're gonna kind of go back and forth between multiple areas, and just kind of based on what my level of attention is feeling like. Um, I decided to put a little fence around that just to kind of give it a little bit more shape. I'm gonna see if I can open this water bottle. Um, I also had thought that I would kind of want like a car ride that was going to. At first, I was like, I want it to mix. Bang, 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 bang. I'm taking a sip of water. I've embarrassed myself. I obviously did not come prepared. Um, I kind of wanted to have a car, like a car ride that was going to mix with the log flume, and um, I kind of imagined it being a little bit larger than we'll end up building it, but um, I'm also very happy with the design and the little bit of like theming that I kind of stick around it. And again, I'm probably gonna come back at some point and kind of thicken out a lot of the detailing. Like I say, I mean, I enjoy this stuff. It kind of it gets frustrating for me over time. Um, you'll notice I also don't build buildings, and it's like kind of just because I find that whole process very tedious. So here's gonna be the car ride. I decide I kind of it's gonna be it appears to be elevated, but we're gonna stick a hill underneath it. Um, at first, I was kind of debating maybe having it cut through the little area by this one drop on the log flume. And then I'm like, no, I wanted it to kind of mix with it, a little bit of mingling. Um, so it's kind of what I set it up for. I also decided to give it this castle kind of look. Um, so there's like this, uh, yeah, a little bit of like a castle fantasy element to the whole thing, um, but nothing too like robust. I don't really want to have to build like an Alton Towers style like castle. It just is not like in the books in this park. That would be fun at some point to try, just because that would really like push uh, my own sense as a builder, and I think that's kind of critical to getting better at building these sorts of things. Like I haven't had access to the files. They're on somebody's computer, um, but it's really funny looking at some of the other parks that I've built in the past and seeing just like the large boxes that I've stuck some rides in, and sometimes those just kind of end up being even incomplete, and how much better my building like making has gotten in just like a half a year's time. Um, so that's felt very good. I also decided I kind of want this weird, like, kind of fluid looking, uh, like flower arrangement kind of going on over here, where it's like kind of lots of shapes that kind of are, yeah, like kind of fluidly moving along each other, and I feel like that looks incomplete as far as what the final design is. Yeah, it is. It's gonna be. Um, just wanted like a large field of like manicured flowers that kind of shift between colors, and I imagine like from the like vehicles themselves, it would look pretty cool to have that kind of open up um, all of a sudden. And so we will end up at the end of this video getting to ride the log flume. We won't do the car ride. It's just kind of like it's kind of a. I don't want to say it's a boring car ride because it's not. It's just a very simple design. I feel like you get the general sense of what the ride is from that. And so I decide also this is yeah. So now here's the King Ka like kind of style coaster. Um, the original Giga coaster tracks are not designed with a vertical animation, and so I use the new uh, LSM launched like modern trains. I think is what they're called, modern LSM trains. Um, and originally I built it out in this direction here, and I did not like how the ride gets so close to the like white quail bob coaster. So we actually, yeah, we kind of are going to adjust like several times where it ends up being located. But you'll see again, like I first build the top hat element, and then build the launch section and kind of test out the launch section. And once it makes uh, the whole loop, is when I decide to kind of stick the ride in. Um, so the thing that distinguishes my ride from King Ka is my top hat does an inversion at the end. Um, so, yeah, my top hat does an inversion instead of just going like over top of it. I don't know if there's a specific name for that. Um, and it's going to be a 3-train setup. Um, one will kind of always be loading, one will be working through the block section of the ride, and another will kind of be sitting and waiting. I decided to also just do it in the bright green color, like King Ka. I still haven't even decided on colors for the trains, and I'll probably end up adjusting a few of them. But I end up settling on the name Viper, which I think is kind of cool. And I do want to keep one yellow because there's a Age of Empires player named Viper who is always the color yellow, and I just kind of think it would be cool for that to kind of just be a little in joke, I guess, um, little reference to that player. And I quite like I think this ride has a very distinct shape to it, which I think is very cool. Um, yeah, like even though the elements on it are very simple, I think it's just a very like unique kind of looking coaster in its simplicity. Um, it's also like insanely popular among the guests. Like they absolutely love this ride, which surprises me because I feel like in real life this coaster looked like a freaking beast to you know to ride, to get your credit on. And my version of it uh, definitely just has like very. I mean, they're good stats, but they're not nearly as robust stats as or I'll probably end up doing I might end up doing 2 roller coasters in the next episode. I'm not too certain. Because I'm in the mood to probably build a RMC style coaster and to also do a I don't know, like some sort of maybe like a B&M or something that just kind of does a lot of inverting and kind of throws you through a lot of elements. Um, on the previous computer when I was doing this type of park, I just finished building one of those, and it was ludicrous. It looked so cool. It just looked like this chaotic, like strand of spaghetti or something. It was really fun to watch that like go around. We've got like several large areas like still open in the park that I think would work very well for that style of coaster. So I opted for this kind of open air style station on Viper. Just wanted to kind of have it feel like you'd be sitting on, or you'd be loading into the ride, and there'd be a fresh breeze kind of also coming through, and you'd smell the flowers and see the trees rustling like in the area around you. Um, I didn't really do a whole lot of beautification around it, and I'll probably end up doing just a lot of touching up as time goes on, just because, again, like I'm not like a beautification nut, like some of the people over on New Element. I kind of, even though I do quite a bit of it, I still also, what am I trying to say? I just end up like really enjoying building roller coasters sometimes. I feel like I had other weird facts to talk about in this park off the top of my head. I don't know, I think Six Flags kind of screwed up just shutting this ride down. I'm going to be straight up. I think that they really should have tried to give it one more year, let it do a 20th anniversary, like specifically announced, like, hey, this is going to be the last year of Kingda Ka, like, or last season with it. Make sure everyone can come to the park and get their last rides on it. And the way that they've handled the entire process of shutting it down has been really disappointing to watch. Um, so it's really unfortunate to see that they've acquired Cedar Fair this year and are just kind of also bungling their own approach to their like classic parks. I understand like wanting to save a couple bucks on maintenance or whatever, but they're a company that has literally declared bankruptcy like twice. Like I have a lot of issues with Six Flags and in terms of their like style of management. I can't like say that I've ever worked at their parks or something like that, but um, their way of running amusement parks seems really I get short-sighted and greedy. Me just like looking at one of the rides. Sometimes I just kind of will do that. And so here I decide that it needs a support structure. I'm not one for track architecture. I probably could have sat down and kind of figured out how the monorail parts would have kind of interacted with this. I might go back and kind of work on that, but I also feel like that would have taken me a hot minute to, like, you probably would have ended up seeing twice as much time lapse of me like screwing up all of that process. Drinking more beverage. also probably about to have to hire about twice as many handymen to like keep this park clean. Maybe build some restaurants or something too. I mean, that's gonna have to be a whole thing. We've been consistently winning like worst food in the country like over and over again, which I thought was very funny. And if you didn't see my last episode, one of the ways for building trees, I think, is it's really important to emphasize kind of setting up your tallest trees in an area first, so that you can um, figure out where sunlight would be peeking through and be able to fill in the remaining area with bushes and little bits of filler here and there. I say filler, but I mean it's not. It's like things finding their niche inside of the space that's available. And so over here, I just decided it would be like a large, like floral display that kind of runs in front of the station. Nothing like too fancy. Some bushes. Because again, like the theme of the park is I'm not good about I am actually kind of good about using trees and bushes to put things in, and I kind of want this to feel like a area that is kind of manicured around like natural flora and fauna that would have filled an area. I will. That's kind of almost it. Like we're about to get into the live writing of both of the. Oh, so I did a little bit of touch up here too. Um, I'd originally recorded the live rides for these, and then I was like, this needs more like bushes and a little bit more fill inside of it. And I was like waiting on my parents to call and said that they were gonna call pretty imminently, and never really did. So I'm probably gonna call after I finish up this commentary. Um, yeah. But so yeah, it's gonna first be the log ride, and then after that, it's going to be Viper. So log flume and then gig coaster. It's gonna be both of those rides featured here at the end of the video. And I even went back over to the Bob and gave it some more trees around it. 'Cause it felt like, I mean, like I'm saying, like everything here just kind of feels like it needs a little bit more touch up, just to kind of help thicken out the foliage. But overall, I'm very happy with the way that we've kind of established some zones in this area.